What is up, people? It is MewMonster58 and welcome back to another video review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Dragon Ball Daima SH Figuarts Vegeta as he appeared in the Dragon Ball Daima anime as an adult, not the kid version, obviously, as we can see here on the screen. Now, I'm going to tell you this just like I told you in the last review. If you guys watched that review for the Goku one, the Dragon Ball Daima Goku, link in description and card in the upper right if you wish to take a look at that review. But very similar to what I said, this is actually a really good figure. I'm just going to get that out of the way right now, and I really do feel like I might end up replacing my base Vegeta with this one, because I just think as a base Vegeta, this is really, really good. And we'll get into that as we get into the review, and I'll explain why. But taking a look at the box here, you can obviously see the very nice SH Figuarts Vegeta right there, the Vegeta Daima. You can see the very nice product shot of him right here on the side. You can see the very nice Toei Animation logo right there, the Dragon Ball Daima logo right there as well, the Tamashii Nations, the Bandai right there. You can see that little stamp of approval as well right there. Very, very nice, the Tamashii Nations one. Then you can see some more nice text here with the Vegeta Daima right there as well. You can see some more nice product shots of Vegeta as he appeared. Product shots of the Vegeta figure as a whole. And then you can obviously see your obligatory product shots. He looks really, really good. Really like the colors and everything like that. But we'll obviously get into that when we get into the review. And so, I think they kill it with the box. And so, without further ado, alrighty, folks, here we have the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Daima Vegeta as he appeared in the Dragon Ball Daima anime out of the box. And I gotta say, guys, like I told you at the beginning of the review in the intro already, this guy's really, really solid. I really like this. It doesn't do, just like the Goku figure, it doesn't do anything spectacular. It doesn't do anything over the top. But it does everything, in my opinion, a base Vegeta should do. And I really think that going forward, they should kind of use this as sort of the base Vegeta. Maybe make it a little bigger if they wanted to. But overall, he looks really freaking good. So taking a look at the details here, you can see the very nice face. The face sculpt looks great. Very similar to how Goku has sort of softened edges. Definitely you can see that here with Vegeta as well. When you're looking at the Daima animation, whoever did the original animation, or who was the lead on the animation, for their art style, Vegeta was definitely, one of the characters. You can definitely see that they softened him a bit in terms of how he looks, because again, the whole show is a bit more softened in terms of just the animation style. All the characters are a little more cutesy, a little more rounded, obviously to emulate the fact that they get all turned into kids, right? But taking a look, you can see the eyes look great. The mouth also looks really, really good. Let me get that focus. The mouth looks fantastic. Like, it's very simple, but at the end of the day, it does what it needs to do. Then you go down here, all the blue is really spot on, as it always has been throughout the series, not just in Daima. Obviously, the yellow for the Saiyan armor looks great here. The chest armor also looks really, really good there, and then the white. The gloves look fantastic. He just is very nicely done, and he cleans up really well. Obviously, it's not a Transformer, so there's no backpack, but he just looks really, really solid overall. Like, again, I have no major complaints with the actual visuals of this figure, because it just looks really, really good. And so what we're going to do is we are going to set Vegeta off to the side here. We're going to do our size comparisons, but we're going to zoom out just a little bit, because I know Goku's obviously going to be a bit taller, so we're just going to bring this up. And I ordered Glorio as well. I think if they end up making... Man, why am I forgetting the main villain's name? I can see him in my head. I just cannot think of his name off the top of my head. But if they're making figures for those, I'll definitely get those. But I definitely got Glorio as well. So we'll get into that, obviously. But setting Vegeta off to the side here. Alrighty, first things first, here he is with the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z, Saiyan raised on Earth, Son Goku. As you can see, Vegeta and Goku here pretty well sized with one another. Now, one thing you'll notice is that Goku is maybe a bit taller than he actually should be, but that's just because he has to scale with the other Vegeta, which I'm going to bring in here in a second. But overall, when it comes to how these two look together, they look perfectly fine. Sure, Vegeta should probably be like this, right? But at the end of the day, I'm not mad that they desized him just a little. They shrunk him down just a teeny bit, because the size is still relative. It's still pretty good amongst the rest of the other SH Figuarts, even amongst like Majin Buu or Fat Buu, really. Piccolo, Pan, Trunks, all the characters that you probably will have in your collection for like a Z Fighter display, Yamcha, Tien. He scales really, really well, and I have nothing to complain about here with the size. Alrighty, folks, here he is with the other Vegeta, and like I told you can see that there is a ever so slight size difference between these two. This Vegeta on the right is a bit taller. At the end of the day, do I really care that there is a size difference? Not really, because the size is so negligible in my opinion. Yeah, sure, in person, it definitely makes more of a statement, especially when we can see the figures in person. But at the end of the day, because the size is really negligible, like, even though that the Vegeta, the other SH Figuarts Vegeta I have here, the use for the base form Vegeta, is the bit taller. It's not so much taller to the point where the size is like is not believable, right? Like if he was like this, then like his head is where his shoulders are, then yeah, sure, I would be like, well, the size is completely ridiculous. But overall, I'm not too mad about the fact that this Vegeta, in comparison to like other base Vegetas that we've gotten so far, is a bit smaller. Nothing to complain about. Alrighty, folks, and here he is with his best buddy, the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Daima son Goku in his adult form as he appeared in the Dragon Ball Daima anime. As you can see, these two look great together. Like I told you, Goku's obviously always been taller than Vegeta, and this is about their size. Vegeta's hair about extends up to almost the top of Goku's hair, but just a tad bit shorter if you notice that in the show. If you watch the show just as many times as I've watched it an endless amount of times. Couldn't tell you how many times I've watched Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Daima. It's one of those comfort shows that I'll go back through more than likely at least once a year for the past, 10, 15 years at this point. So, but taking a look at these two, again, they look fantastic together. Again, just like I was talking about with Goku, I just like the colors better here. I don't know, like, I'm not comparing, obviously, the outfits that Vegeta's wearing between the two figures I showed are completely different, but still, especially when I'm looking, because I was reorganizing my shelves the other day, I was looking at, like, the Super Vegeta release that they ended up doing, and at the end of the day, that has, like, a lighter blue. I don't know, I just really like the colors, how the face sculpt looks on this new Vegeta. It just, in my opinion, as a base Vegeta, I think this just does everything a base Vegeta should do. And for me, if I had to say what I personally feel like Vegeta's like base form should look like, even though that I do like this outfit, this is the iconic outfit I think Vegeta should always pretty much have, right? Whether it's the gray one that he had for the Battle of Gods, or for the Frieza arc, for the Resurrection F arc, anything like that, I still think that this is the most iconic that Vegeta's outfit should be, is this exact Saiyan outfit. Alrighty, folks, and it's time to get into the articulation. And just like Goku, he doesn't do anything spectacular, but he does everything pretty well. And the thing is with Goku, is because he has a gi on, he is a little more restricted, but Vegeta here has a little bit more breathing room just due to the fact that he's a bit smaller, he's a little bit skinnier, and in addition to that, there's no fabric, there's no gi that actually inhibits some of the movement like with Goku. So, head is on the ball joint, and a joint at the bottom of the base of the neck, and then obviously at the top of the neck. So you can get up, you can get down, you can do a full rotation, you can get the little head wag as well. You can go side to side as well at the base of the neck. Full 360 here. You have a butterfly joint as well. Then you have a little bit of a butterfly joint, and then you have more than 90 at the elbow. Wrist articulation is a ball joint, and then you obviously have rotation in the upper part of the bicep as well. You have ab crunch. You can go forward here. You can go back pretty far as well, although it does reveal that a bit. But overall, it's still, even when it doesn't reveal that, you still get some decent movement regardless, and then you can see how far he can bend forward. So pretty good on that front. The waist is really awesome because there's no gi or anything like with Goku, so it's much easier to get Vegeta to do a full 360. You can kick forward about that far, which is really, really far. I mean, look at that. That's kind of crazy, right? Then you can kick back about that far, which is also pretty crazy. More than 90 at the knee, rotation the upper part of the thigh, ankle rocker pivot on the ball joint as well. So overall, you can get this guy into some really, really awesome poses, and I have no major issue with the articulation here. Sure, it's not anything spectacular, and it's a little inhibited with the butterfly joint here, but overall, unlike Goku, who's a bit inhibited, like I said, by his sort of gi, Vegeta here is pretty solid when it comes to that front. So, yeah, articulation is solid. Alrighty, folks, it's time to look at the accessories, and this Vegeta comes exactly with, in my opinion, with everything that you need besides like a blast effect part. So, first things first is we'll take a look at the hands as per usual. So, taking a look at the hands, you can see you have some nice fighting pose hands, or some, well, it would be fighting pose hands. These look really, really solid. Not much paint besides the white, but you have the nice molded in detail for the palms and everything like that. So, these look pretty solid. Then you have the actual fighting pose hands with Vegeta's iconic pose that he always hits. So, very similar to Goku's as well, but these look really good. I have nothing to complain about. You can see how the fingers are a bit different from the other fighting pose hands. And then you have the sort of traditional blast effect hands or other pose effect hands that you can use these for. You can use these for a lot of different things. Obviously, these are meant for like if you were to shoot out like a regular ki blast or something like that, but still you can use these in a lot of different situations. And finally, you have the traditional Vegeta ki blast hands, and these ones are mainly used, the main hand symbol that I associate this with, and the ki blast I associate this with, is his special attack, the Big Bang attack. So these look really, really good as well. And obviously, when it comes to swapping the hands out, you can just very simply take Vegeta, pull the fist off, and then you just put that back on. And so obviously really, really nice. So you can have his hands very easily on there, and these do not go off and go on without any sort of, big stress or anything like that. They go on and off pretty easily here. So setting Vegeta off to the back there, we're going to get into his arms. So obviously he comes with the classic Vegeta crossed arms, as every Vegeta, in my opinion, should come with, because this is his iconic pose no matter what freaking Saiyan form, Super Saiyan form he is in, blue, just regular God, 1, 2, 3, I don't care. He needs to have crossed arms because it's Vegeta's signature. Even if he's in Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan God, he's gonna hit this pose at some point and look at you like you're beneath him. So, excuse me. Next, we'll get into the faces. You have this more gritting teeth face, which looks really, really good looking to the side. Very similar to how Goku looks to the side in his face. Looks really, really good. Very happy with that. Paint's really nice. Sculpting's really good. You had the classic sort of Vegeta smirking face. Looks really good as well. I love this one. This is the one I'll use with the crossed arms, and I'll show you how to swap those out, by the way. And then you have the classic yelling and screaming face, which looks really, really good. And I am really happy with this one. And then very similar to Goku, you have sort of like a flowing hair piece. Now, the nice thing with Vegeta's faces is you actually don't have to remove the top. Like in most Vegeta figures, you actually have to remove the front, and then you put the face, you put that on, then you, or put the face on, then you put that on. With this one, they just made it so that you had those 4 little pegs here. And see right here, you have 4 little pegs here on the back of the face, and then you can just plug those in like that, and then very easily now you have the more flowy hair, very similar to Goku's accessory that he got as well. So the thing I'll show you here real quick is how to swap the arms out. So what we'll do is we will pull this off, then we'll pull this off. These come off pretty tough when you're first doing it, but once you've gotten them on and off a couple of times, then they come off much easier. So then what you can do is you have 2 pegs right there, and then you can just peg these right in like so. Just push very firmly until you feel or hear a snap. And there you have Vegeta in his iconic crossed arms pose. Just like so. Can't really... Actually, did I? Oh, whoops. That's my fault. I put those on upside down. I'm a freaking idiot. And there we have Vegeta with his iconic cross arms pose the right way up. My lord, I am so sorry for putting those on upside down. My mind did not register that. But arms go on pretty easily, very similar. You do have those little tab holes in there. But overall, that is really cool. And so when it comes to the accessories, sure, the one thing I would probably like here is a blast effect part. But at the end of the day, I really do think it's a solid amount of accessories to come with this Vegeta. And this is exactly what the base Vegeta needs to come with. He comes with the hands that he needs, a nice array of faces, 3 of them. Maybe a 4th would be welcome, but these are perfectly fine. You get every expression that Vegeta would probably have. Nice flowy hair accessory, and then obviously the crossed arms are the iconic part. So overall, when it comes to the accessories, I have no complaints with them whatsoever. Alright guys, so for my final concluding thoughts on the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Daima Vegeta, as he appeared in the Dragon Ball Daima anime, in his adult form, this guy is really solid. Like I said in the beginning of the review, I really like this figure, and I really do think I might end up using him to replace my base Vegeta. I apologize again for doing the stupid arms. I feel like a complete numpty doing that, but what are you going to do, right? You make mistakes, you move on. We learn from them, we move on, right? But what does this figure do bad? Nothing really. The thing with this figure is it doesn't do anything spectacular. There's nothing like jaw-dropping or like, oh my god, like, oh, you gotta take pictures, it's like, you gotta hear all about this. Like, there's nothing about this figure that is absolutely amazing, but it does everything a base Vegeta should do really, really well. The paint's on point, the sculpt is on point, the faces look fantastic, all the accessories are exactly what you need. The classic Vegeta Big Bang attack hands, the fighting pose hands, the blast hands, the fists, the other fighting pose hands. You also get the crossed arms, which are iconic for Vegeta's pose. You get that nice smirk face, which I absolutely love, and even a flowy hair part to simulate when he's charging up ki, or he's just shot off like a ki blast or something like that. And so overall, this is an awesome figure, and especially for the price, very similar to Goku. You're paying about $35 for this. It's an over-the-counter release, so you're going to see this guy everywhere. Definitely might see this at your local retailers. I would give this, just like Goku, an 8 out of 10. It's a solid figure. I have nothing really to complain about when it comes to the actual figure itself. It's It's just that it doesn't do anything spectacular. Would I recommend picking this up? If you're looking for a base Vegeta, in my opinion, you'll do no better than this one. At least from the Bandai side of things. I don't know how Demoniacal Fit and some of the other ones do it, but at the end of the day, if you're looking for the Bandai SH Figuarts release, this is the best base Vegeta in my opinion that you'll ever get. And so, I did pick mine up on the Big Bad Toy Store, so leave a link in the description to that. I'll also leave links down below to Amazon as well as Entertainment Earth. That's the other, I'll be using that from now on probably as my default from like Hasbro Pulse, because obviously this isn't a Hasbro product. So definitely click on those links down below if you wish to buy this Vegeta on those retailers. But the other thing is, if you're looking to hunt this guy IRL, I've seen this guy in Targets, I've seen this guy in Walmarts, so definitely be on the lookout, because I live in the Northeast here in the U.S., and so when it comes to the Northeast, we get things last because most of the stuff comes from like California or something like this. So you live in California, you've probably seen this for a lot of time. If you're even anywhere farther away or even slightly closer, you're Midwest, you're southeast, you've probably gotten this already. So definitely be on the lookout, and happy hunting IRL if you wish to do it that way. And so, I thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please like, comment, rate, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Also follow me on the socials. Those will be linked in the description below. And with that, guys, once again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video review. And I'll catch you on the next one. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.